guys, hope you're all doing okay. Welcome back to Mobility. Okay, so today we're going to do a lot of work through our hips and lower bodies. So we're going to start on the floor. Let's come down when you're ready. So we're going to start easy. We're just going to take the feet a little bit wider than your hips and your hands behind your back. So from here, you're just gently going to start to drop your right knee in, and then you're going to open out. And then you're going to start to drop left knee in and back down. So with this, what I'm looking for is that you don't lift your bum too high off the floor. So you're trying to keep hips down, just pressing it down and then back. It's just nice and steady, just allowing that to open. Okay, so we're just going to now start to open and increase this angle. So what we're going to start to do now is keep the hands behind the back for now. You're going to bring your feet and knees to a 90-degree angle. So 90-degree angle through the front leg, 90-degree angle through the back leg. So hands behind the back, you're going to slightly tilt back through the pelvis. You're going to try and keep your feet exactly where they start. So imagine your feet are super glued to the floor. From here, you're going to lift the knees up to the center, and then you're going to open over to the other side. And then you're going to go again, so up and over to the other side. So just be careful with this one, you do tend to do a bit of a bum shuffle. If this is feeling quite good, you're going to give it a go without your hands, so engaging the core a little bit more to lift the knees, but be careful them feet don't move. And then lifting the knees, careful the feet don't move. And just going to continue like that, slowly in your own time, just allowing the hips to get a little bit of movement here, internal and external rotation. Good, let's do one more to each direction. Good, last one. Good, and then if you need to, take a little shuffle back. Okay, so we're now going to start to work through your external mobility strength a little bit here. So we're going to take a little rock forwards. Now, for some of you, you may need to bring your hands all the way down here to get that leg off the floor. For others, it may be enough to bring them to the shin. So the aim is to hold on to the shin. What you're trying to do here is lift your back foot off the floor. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Now from there, we're going to lift the front foot. So lift the body if you need to. You can take your hands behind your back, but now you're going to try and lift your front foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Hands behind the back, lift the knees up and over, and switch to the other side. So same again, hands to the front shin, lift the foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Lift the abdominals, lift the front leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Back up and over, so just moving this now into a flow. We're going to start to reach left arm forward. So big reach forwards, and then coming up, switching over. So reaching forwards. And all the way up. Good, back into that mobility strength, so twisting over. Lift your back foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Lift the front foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, up and over without the hands if you can. To go to the other side, lift the back foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the front foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down, up and over into your reaches. So up and over, reaching forwards. And then up and over, reaching forwards. Good. Reach the body long. Good. Coming back to the middle. Good. Okay, so we're now going to start to take this into a little bit more of a sequence and open through the hip as well. So we're going to start at this 90-degree angle, nice and strong. Again, if you need to place your hands behind your back, absolutely fine. You can still do this with the hands behind the back. You're going to lift the knees up and over, so we come all the way up and over. Now from here, you're going to raise your hips and bring your weight into your front leg. You're going to slide your hips back to the floor and then change. So the weight comes all the way up and over. Lift the hips up and then open back down. Good. Let's do 2 more. So twisting over, lift the hips up and all the way down. Good. Last one, up and over, lift the hips and all the way back down. Excellent. Okay, so we're now going to start to take that a little bit further, and we're going to start to do a step round. So bring in a little bit more hip flexor stretch into this one. Now, same again, hands behind the back if you need to, up and over with the knees. Good, don't move the feet, you're going to lift the hips up. Now from here, this back foot is going to do a big step through, and I'm going to do a little hinge, so I'm pressing the hips forwards. I come back, I'm going to take that foot around the back and sit myself down. Up and over with the knees, and then to go again. So I lift my hips up, I do a big step through and forwards with this back leg to push the hips forwards, bringing it back round and sitting down. Good, 2 more like that. So lift the knees up and over, lift the hips, stepping through. Good, bring it all the way back. Sitting down. Good, last one, up and over. Lift the hips, stepping through. All the way round and back. And sitting down. Take a second there. Good. Okay, so release the legs. Give yourself a little second. Good, just extend the legs forward. So we're going to take an easy hamstring stretch here, flexing the toes, breathing out and just gently stretching. Good, allow yourself to roll forwards, hanging over the legs. Good, all the way to the top. Now from here, rotating through the legs, you're going to do an external rotation from the hip, so not just the feet, get the rotation from the hip. You're going to slide the hands down the insides of the calves and try and reach towards your heels. Good, all the way to the top. Now for the slightly weird one, you're going to do an internal rotation, so you may need to take your heels a tiny bit wider. Rotate from the hip, let the toes face in, the hands come down the outsides of the calves and trying to hold the heels once again. Good, slow to come up. Let's do 1 more round that. So bringing the feet together. This time let's take a reach up. As you exhale, reaching past the toes, leaning over. Keep them knees as straight as you can, keep your toes flexing. All the way up, and then let's externally rotate, so rotate from the hips, push the heels away, slide the hands down, reaching through. And all the way up. Good, internal rotation, so heels wide, turn from the hips, rotate in, hands down the outsides and leaning over. Good, and slow to release out there. Excellent work. Okay, let's bring the knees in just to finish. Knees together and just folding forwards. Bring the forehead towards the knees and just stretching through the spine. From here, you're going to take your hands behind your back. So bring the hands as close together as you can. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest. look into the ceiling. Good. And rest in there. Excellent work, guys. So that is your mobility done. 7 sessions. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you at SJB Pilates and Mobility very soon. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you soon.